In this video, I'm going to explain DeFi or Decentralized Finance to beginners. So if you already know what crypto is, you have seen a bunch of tokens, coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, but maybe meme coins also like Pepe or something else, and you're already wondering what's DeFi about, this video is for you. I'm going to be short and try to be on point and explain everything where it came from. So the big picture here is that you want to have your assets to be productive. So when you buy a Bitcoin or Ethereum, it basically just sits in your wallet on an exchange or in your MetaMask wallet and does nothing. However, there are different ways to actually use that to, for example, take a loan, or maybe you can use that to start providing security through staking on Ethereum, or maybe you can do something else. And this is what DeFi is about. DeFi is about finding different kind of applications to your coins through different financial services. One of them is, for example, something like saving. This is called staking or yield farming. Another might be taking a loan, and this is something that you might remember from your traditional world banking. However, there are certain differences. Basically, the crypto world is entirely anonymous, or to a certain extent anonymous, so you can't really take a loan based on your previous track record, and also especially that everything is so global, it might be much harder to actually get the loan back unless there's a simple thing to actually solve that. You have a collateral which is bigger than the loan you want to take. So for example, you want to take a loan for $500, you have to put in $1,000. Does it make sense? Well, at the first sight, not really, but if you think about it, you can take a loan in a different currency, and this is the way to actually have different bets. So for example, you already have, for example, one Ethereum, which is currently worth around $1,600, and basically you want to take a loan on Ethereum, but you don't want to sell Ethereum. You want to have it used. Also, you really care about not having different tax events, and this is when everything comes together. So also, before we go into that example, because this is the example, the first one you can see here, then I have to really explain also what is a stablecoin. So stablecoin is a kind of cryptocurrency that tries to mimic the price of real world assets like a dollar, euro, or other real world currency. So fiat currency we know from the real world. The most common ones are USDT, DAI, and USDC. All those three are trying to mimic the dollar price, and they basically are within like 1% of the price of a dollar. So they're like $1.000.1 or something like that. And basically the fluctuations are minimal. So the idea here is that you have a cryptocurrency which is really not volatile at all. It's based on the different assets that the company issuing this particular stable coin has. That can be bonds, that can be different shares, or that can be dollars in the real world as well. So this is the entire idea behind stable coins. This is really important to understand, because you'll be going to take taking out loans basically in stable coins and not the normal dollars as well. But the idea here is that, for example, if you have a sudden bill that you have to pay, for example, 10K bill here in an example, so instead of selling 4 Bitcoins, you can put them up as a collateral, borrow for 20K against it, pay your bill, and this way you also can avoid a taxable event. Of course, you have to consult your tax consultant first. I'm not a tax consultant. It depends on the country you're in and so on. But basically, this is the idea here. And the idea here is that, especially if you believe in the long-term goal of BTC reaching a huge price and coming out of the bear market, then that might be a good idea. So instead of selling BTC, you actually put it up as a collateral, borrow something against it. Also, most of the exchanges right now allow for this kind of solutions. So this is really easy to do. So this way you take a loan, and as I've mentioned before, you need to put more than you getting. But you don't have to sell anything, and this is basically how it works, and this is why it's also very convenient, especially if you have various crypto positions that you don't want to liquidate because of the taxes, or because just you're a believer and you want to hold it for a longer time. This is really great. Also, you can provide liquidity, meaning you can earn from the people trading different crypto assets. If you have a mix of crypto assets, you can put them in a liquidity pool. That means on an exchange that will allow you to generate a yield, generate a revenue whenever someone exchanges coin 1 to coin 2. For example, if you have both USDC, so the stable coin, and Ethereum, you can put them in a pool of Ethereum and USDC, and then anytime someone will exchange USDC to Ethereum or back, you will earn a small fraction of that. So this way you get some kind of action on your assets. Of course, that also has its own risks, especially if there's a huge mismatch of price or price action. There's something called impermanent loss here, which in the long run might really make you poorer than if you were just to exchange one for the other. So this is something you have to understand here as well. So the cool thing about different DeFi solutions is that because of the smart contracts, you can have a really easy way to have like issuance schedules. You can also easily fundraise money for your crypto token if this is the way to fundraise. Also, DeFi allows you to really send money worldwide without much of a commission. You really don't have things like commissions to banks. This is like the biggest thing ever, because the only thing you pay for the thing called gas. Gas is basically what propels the transactions across blockchains, and this is basically a standard fee you have to pay based on the usage of the network, which is very small. So for comparison, on Ethereum blockchain, you're going to pay a couple of dollars, no matter where you send the money. So whether that's, and also how much you send. So whether you send $1,000 or $1 million, you're still going to pay the same amount of money. And this is truly revolutionary when it comes to crypto. This is the biggest applications because you don't have to pay those bank fees to send the money around. You can just use it as you want. And also you have 24/7 365 trading schedule for all assets. All geographies are included, so there's no problem here. And this is also easy to use different exchanges that are working on different blockchains, from Uniswap to SushiSwap, that are really, really useful. So the future here is really bright when it comes to DeFi. Of course, everything depends on the regulations, but basically there are different kind of possibilities within here, from banking solutions to anyone, to really, really low fees or no fees at all when it comes to different finance solutions. And this way you can put your money in a safe place. Of course, we're still only getting there. Crypto is still not a safe land. You have different hacks, you have to be aware. You basically care for your own security. But the idea here is that you can build many different things and basically have this global connected network of financial services that are not dependent on anyone. You don't need to have central banks. You don't need to have any kind of banks to tell you what to do. You are basically the master of your own money. And that's the biggest achievement of crypto so far. So thanks for watching that. If you want to get more advice on crypto and basically see new projects and also understand crypto much better, subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video.